Hi, and welcome back to another video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get into the video. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite people in the world, Taylor Swift. All right? And I'm going to explain to you why Taylor Swift needs a Kanye West in her life. Okay? I'm going to explain that to you. I'm going to say this. I'm going to start by saying this. What does Taylor Swift lack? She's very talented, but what does she lack? Let me tell you what she lacks. Taylor Swift lacks sex appeal. She does. Just to make a point, I'm going to put up two pictures. One of Taylor Swift dressed sexy and one of Billie Eilish. We know Billie Eilish wears baggy clothes and doesn't really try to dress sexy. And you tell me, which picture exudes more sex appeal? To me, the Billie Eilish picture exudes more sex appeal. Why? Why? Because Billie Eilish has more personality. And sex appeal, people, let me explain it to you. Sex appeal is not about how you look. Taylor Swift is very pretty. She's very pretty. I think she has a nice body. I think she has a nice face. I would classify her as pretty. But that has nothing to do with being sexy. Being pretty is not the same as being sexy. Sex appeal comes from personality. Your personality determines your sex appeal. You don't have to be the prettiest girl to have the most sex appeal. I think a lot of people confuse that. Anyway, so Taylor Swift doesn't have any personality. To me. Like, if I were to compare her, I would be like, you know how there are products you can buy? You can buy like the name brand, or you can buy the generic brand. The generic brand is like the exact same ingredients as the name brand, but the name brand has like these extra things that give it more appeal. Taylor Swift is like the generic brand, all right? She's like the generic brand. She doesn't have the extra things. She doesn't have the personality to give her more appeal. Think about when Kanye West ran up on stage.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
What did Taylor Swift do? She just stood there. She was frozen. She didn't have the personality. To either say or do anything in that moment. She just froze. Didn't know what to do because she didn't have the personality. Somebody else with personality could have said something or do something, you know what I mean, to change the narrative or change that situation. She just froze, okay? So, to continue, Taylor Swift lacks sex appeal because she lacks personality. Take a look at some of the men that Taylor Swift have dated in her history. This is just a few. She's dated a lot. Girls got a long list, but hey, I don't care about that. I am not trying to shame Taylor Swift because she dated a lot of people. All right? She's living. That's life. A lot of people date a lot of people. That's just life. I don't care about that. I'm not listing these people to shame her. No, I'm not. I'm not going to shame her for who she's dated and relationships and things like that. But I'm going to list a few just because I'm going somewhere. So here's a few people she's dated in no particular order. This is not in the order. I'm just listing people. So she's dated Tom Hiddleston. I don't think of him as having a personality. He's just a straight ace guy to me, you know? Calvin Harris. I don't see the personality there. Chad Overstreet, no personality to me. Harry Styles, I don't see no personality. Jake Gyllenhaal, no personality. Joe Jonas, he tries, but I don't really see it. John Mayer, I don't see it either, but he tries sometimes. Taylor Lautner, I don't see the personality. So, why do you think Taylor Swift's relationships have never lasted? Because she's dating guys with no personality. She has no personality. And she's dating guys who also have no personality. So you got two people together and they're just boring each other. That's not gonna last. And that's why her relationships don't last. Because they're just boring each other. And this new guy she's dating, that's not going anywhere. What is it, Joe something? That's not, I don't even remember his name. I have a hard time remembering his name. And I refuse to look it up. I refuse to look up his name. I know his name is Joe something. I don't even care who he is, really. I'm just being honest. I can't remember his name. I just can't, because he has no personality either. Just two people boring each other, okay? And I'm just trying to figure out how much longer they're going to bore each other before they realize this isn't working. Now, so here we go. All these people she's dated, been in relationships with, and it didn't last because she doesn't have any personality and they don't have any personality. But do you want to know the longest relationship that Taylor Swift has ever had? The absolute longest relationship. The guy that Taylor Swift has had the longest relationship with is, drum roll, Kanye West. Now I know you're gonna say, hold on, they have never been in a relationship, but they do have a relation. It seems very toxic at times, but some way, somehow, they always seem to find a way to be cordial, get back cordial with each other, right? So, I mean, let's be realistic. Ever since Kanye West bum rushed the stage, right, and said what he said when Taylor was getting that award, did anybody ever thought that Taylor Swift and Kanye West would be friends after that? Nobody ever thought that. But somehow they managed to become friends after that. Did you ever thought you would hear a phone call where Taylor Swift and Kanye West is on the phone for hours talking about a song? Did you ever thought that Taylor Swift would give Kanye West the time of day to be on the phone with him and talk to him? I never thought that would happen. But did it not happen? It happened, right? It happened. We have proof of it, right? So why do you think these two seem to can't keep each other's name out of their mouth? Here's why. Taylor Swift has no personality. Kanye West has an over-the-top personality. Put those two together, Kanye West has enough personality to compensate for Taylor Swift's lack of personality. This is why when Kanye West did what he did, it actually helped Taylor Swift. It helped her career. Now, she can say whatever she wants to say, but Kanye West jumping on stage and doing what he did definitely catapulted Taylor Swift's career through the stratosphere. Taylor Swift might have been successful musically, but as a public figure, nobody was really talking about Taylor Swift until Kanye West did what Kanye West did. Then all of a sudden, people were interested in Taylor Swift, okay? Kanye West's over-the-top personality made Taylor Swift seem interesting, all right? And you know what they say? Opposites attract. It's very important. When you're choosing a partner, you need to be honest about who you are. If you lack personality, you need somebody with personality. You can't be boring and be with somebody who's boring. Like, both of y'all are just going to bore each other. Somebody has to take the lead and make the situation exciting, all right? Somebody has to do that. And this is why Taylor Swift's relationships didn't last, because these guys don't have the personality to balance out her lack of personality. But Kanye West does. And I'm going to tell you something. If you listen to that latest conversation between Taylor Swift and Kanye West, the most shocking thing on that conversation for me was when Kanye West told her the line in the song where he said, Taylor Swift might owe me sex. I was expecting Taylor Swift to be upset about that. I was expecting her to be upset, but she wasn't. She wasn't upset about that line.
To all my South Side niggas that know me best, I feel like Taylor Swift might owe me sex.
That's not mean.
Shocking, isn't it? She wasn't upset about him saying that. The thing that she claims to be upset about is the B word, when it came out in the song. But when he was explaining that to her, she didn't seem to be upset. She was actually, okay, whatever. No big deal. Interesting, huh? Interesting. Then, I'm going to tell you something else. Remember when Kim Kardashian started that whole thing when she played those clips from the phone conversation before we heard the entire conversation? She had put out like clips saying that Taylor Swift was lying. Why do you think Kim Kardashian got involved? Like, we look at that narrative and we say, Kim was defending her husband. Kim was just defending her husband against Taylor Swift. But let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I don't see it that way. I don't see it as Kim defending Kanye against Taylor Swift. Because let me tell you something. Even though Taylor Swift and Kanye West have had a rocky relationship, public relationship, so to speak, they have never really said anything damaging about each other. Kanye West have never really said anything scathingly terrible about Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift has never really said anything scathingly terrible about Kanye West. For two people who seemingly you would think the media tries to make it seem like they have this huge issue with each other, they've never really said any really terrible things about each other. So when Kim came out and tried to attack Taylor, why do you think she did that? She's trying to protect her husband because Taylor was trying to say he's lying. Couldn't Kanye protect himself? Why did Kim need to get involved? Let me tell you why she needed to get involved. Because Kim is a woman. Kim is Kanye's wife. She's a female. And females can detect and sense vibes about other women that, just you and I looking at the situation, we might miss it. But you see that conversation now play out. I mean, her and Kanye was on the phone and they were just talking to each other. You wouldn't think those are two people who had an issue with each other. He's talking about you might owe me sex, and she's like, okay, whatever. She ain't even mad about that or nothing. She's just giving him the green light on everything. Okay, go ahead and do that. Sure, go ahead and do that. Sure, go ahead and do this. Right? And if you're Kim Kardashian, you're probably like, what the hell? This is like weird. I don't like this vibe. I don't like this. So you got to jump in there. And you got to try to turn the page, turn the narrative. You got to try to make this thing seem nasty. You got to try to make it seem like, okay, I got to ruffle this up. I got to make it nasty. I got to go after Taylor Swift because I don't like this vibe. I don't like this vibe. Her and my husband, they just talking like, what the hell? Y'all supposed to hate each other. Y'all just on the phone just chopping it up? So, in my opinion, Kim Kardashian did that not because she wanted to help defend her husband, but because she wanted to push Taylor away. Like, bitch, get away from my man. You understand what I'm saying? Get away from my man. The hell is wrong with you, right? I think Taylor Swift makes Kim Kardashian uncomfortable. I really do. I think Taylor Swift makes Kim Kardashian very uncomfortable when it comes to Kanye West. Because, again, Taylor Swift, no personality. Kanye West, over-the-top personality. Natural attraction. Natural attraction. Okay? And that, my friends, that is why Taylor Swift needs a Kanye West in her life. I'm not necessarily saying she needs Kanye West. I'm saying when she's picking a boyfriend, she needs somebody who has over-the-top personality. She doesn't have personality. Taylor Swift doesn't have personality. Not to me. I mean, tell me in the comments below if you think she has personality. I don't think she has personality. She's talented. She's attractive. She doesn't have any personality to me. Okay? But you tell me. I could be wrong. But I don't see it. I don't see it. To me, she has no personality. She needs somebody with personality to round her out. Kanye West is the best thing that ever happened to Taylor Swift in her career. In my opinion, Kanye West is the best thing that's ever happened to Taylor Swift in her career. And that's the kind of guy that Taylor Swift needs. She needs somebody with over-the-top personality who can make her seem interesting. She's talented, she's pretty, but she don't have personality. And she needs somebody who can compensate for that. You can't be boring and the other guy be boring, even if he's an attractive guy. If he doesn't have the personality, nobody's interested. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to care about that relationship. And you're both going to be home boring each other. It's just not going to work. So, Taylor Swift needs a Kanye West in her life because Kanye West is the absolute longest relationship that Taylor Swift has ever had. And they're still going strong. I can always tell when Taylor Swift is like feeling down and she needs a little excitement in her life. They'll put out some kind of story, or she'll do an interview and she'll mention something about Kanye. She can't let Kanye West go. I don't know if you noticed that. You'd be like, why is she still, like, people be like, why is Taylor Swift still talking about this? Why is she mentioning Kanye West. Years later, she'll just drop something in an interview about him and that whole situation. She can't let it go, no matter how much. She can't let that go. And it's not the situation. It is not about the situation. Like, there's this, in my opinion, there is this attraction between Taylor Swift and Kanye West. There's this, like, quiet attraction between those two people. And Kim sees it, and it makes her uncomfortable. And this is why she's always, like, trying to turn that situation nasty. She's always trying to turn that situation nasty. And somehow, some way, it always ends up becoming like a couple of years will pass and boom, those two will be cordial again, like nothing happened. And then Kim's got to get back to her job. She got to find some way to like ruffle feathers. Every couple of years, they got to drop something else. Something else got to leak because she's got to keep that. She knows I've got to keep that hate alive between these two people. Taylor Swift makes Kim Kardashian very, very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Anyway, that's all I have to say about that. All right. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for listening and have a good day.